So on today's Patreon exclusive, we're going to talk a little bit about a move that I did on Instagram that I think is going to be of use to a lot of people. Now, the move itself, it's something that I've talked about in a previous sort of video, which is this concept of having this card vanish in this sort of way. So the card apparently is tossed to one hand and it disappears. I've done this in a sort of merge sort of trick. Now, the original trick from Instagram was that you show an 8 of spades. Of course, this card is shown on this side. Then you take a 5 of hearts and you're able to merge these cards together just like this. So that was what I did on Instagram. Now, of course, this requires the use of a double facer. However, the idea and the premise behind it is something that could be applied to a lot of tricks. And that is the fact that when doing this vanish, when you hit this card, it turns over. So you are hitting the card in your fingertips, causing it to turn over, which causes for a very, very visual change and a very visual sort of transformation. So in this particular routine, let me just go over this real quick. You have a double facer, 8 of spades, 5 of hearts. Then you have a 5 of hearts on top of the deck. So all you need to do is make sure that the 5 of hearts is showing up. You put that 5 of hearts so they're both touching. So now you could do a double lift, right? And you're going to do a KM move, a Kadiro Marlowe move. What this move allows you to do is to show the 8 very fairly, and yet whenever you want, you could place it on a table. And of course, that's hiding its double face features. So what this is, we're doing a double lift, right? So we get a pinky break, we do a double lift. Now we keep the double, and we're going to pinch the card from the right end here. We're going to pinch it from the right end. We're going to bring it forward. So we're sliding it down the length of the card. We're going to turn our hand over just like this. We're turning our left hand over, and we're going to take just the top card as we flick it with that left thumb. So of course, this action, we're taking this card from behind, making sure that it's left on the deck as we flick this card and drop it on the table. That's the Tony Kadiro Marlowe move. So that allows you to do a double lift, show it, and place that 8 very fairly on the table, yet still not only show the back of this 8, but still have the card be placed on the back of the deck, which is a very, very good property to have. So we're just taking that card again. The fingertips help here, sliding that card towards the right and putting it in the deck as the thumb strokes the card and drops it on the table. So this is a very effective move, and it accomplishes 2 things at once. So we're showing the 8, we're showing that it has a back, and we're dropping it on the table. Next, we turn over the top card, which is a 5, and we're going to put it in position for this vanish move. So this is just taking the card with our thumb and putting it over the left edge of the deck, very simply. So in order to make the card vanish, we're going to reverse the actions. But when we hide it, we notice that it seems like you're just throwing the card, especially when you add a little bit of a tossing motion. So that's going to be how we make that card sort of disappear. But imagine, because this card, of course, is snapping onto the deck, if we place this card below, it's going to flip the card over. So that's kind of what adds to that color change. And that's what adds to the illusion that that card is being tossed onto the other one and merging into one single unit. So that is what I think is kind of the benefit and what I'm adding to this particular method, which is this vanish turning over this card secretly. So you don't need a double facer to do this and to make it look effectively. Now, of course, if you are going to do this with a double facer, make sure that you angle it correctly so that when this card disappears, you don't just show the card, because that's kind of ruins the effect. You just want to make it look like that card merges into that card in particular, making sure to risk kill so that they don't see this card. So this could be done again without a double facer. If you want to do a very simple merge style routine that I already covered, if you have a 3, a 2, and an ace, you could do the same sort of thing. So you could do, you have the 3 on top, followed by an ace, followed by a 2. You could do a triple lift here to show the 2 of spades. So right now I'm lifting 3 cards as 1. You do a triple lift, show that 2, put that in the hand. Now you could do a single lift showing that that's just an ace. Now at this point, you could either turn the card face up or you could leave it face down, however it is that you choose to do it. But when you do the same action, you have this wonderful merge style thing where this card is apparently launched and the pip is launched onto the 2, making a 3. So I really do like the fact that that card turns over, because then it really does add to the illusion that you're just throwing one card into the other and making it merge. Now, I've done this previously in this sort of way where you're holding a card and you apparently toss the card from this end to this end. That's something that I've taught in a previous lesson. However, this concept of the card turning over, I think, is something that adds another dimension to that style of routine. So one more time, just to complete this, we're doing a triple lift showing a 2, right? If that could ever get into focus. We're turning this triple over, taking that into our right hand, and now showing the ace. If you want it more visual, you could leave that ace face up. And we're just doing the same thing. We're catching that card so that when this card is going to turn over by the fact that you're hitting it with the edge. So it's just going to turn over that way. So what this does is that this not only vanishes the ace, but also makes it appear as if that card has been launched onto the 3. So I'm going to talk about different uses of this appearance move in other videos, but I hope you guys just get a little bit of this and start getting your noggin jogging as to particular ideas and tricks you could do with this. So merge style routines, if you have gimmicks, you're more than welcome to do it with gimmicks, but it's a very visual style thing. So if you have a double facer on your person, if you happen to carry a double facer, something that looks very, very visual. So make sure to definitely start thinking of ideas with that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys got something out of it. And definitely we'll see you on the next one.